Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are currently going back and forth in a Fairfax County, Virginia court. The pair's private life, from when they were together, is being splashed across the front of pages of papers all around the world, and every day it seems as though more and more sordid details are coming out of the woodwork. Today, we're discussing reports from a psychologist that Johnny Depp sexually assaulted Amber Heard, so don't go anywhere. First up, why are they currently in court? Stay tuned to find out. Well, the circus seemingly arrived in Fairfax County back in 2019, when Depp first filed a lawsuit against his ex-wife Amber Heard, accusing her of defamation from when she accused him of being a domestic abuser in an op-ed piece back in 2018. Heard has since countersued her ex, claiming that he was the one who actually defamed her. The trial, which is expected to last around a month in total, has painted neither of the famous exes in a good light and will be decided by a civil jury of 7 members and 4 alternates. So far, the court has heard from all sorts of professional and expert witnesses who have thrown claim and counterclaim at both Heard and Depp. What do you guys make of all of this? Next up, let's hear about the latest accusations leveled at Depp. Yesterday's session in the courtroom in Virginia ended with the Pirates of the Caribbean star Depp being accused of sexual assault. Heard's doctor took the stand to reveal that her client has been suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, stemming from multiple acts of sexual violence. The psychologist, Dawn Hughes, has alleged that Depp forced Heard to perform oral sex on him, as well as penetrating her with a liquor bottle, which, if true, is pretty disgusting. However, Depp disputes these claims and claims that these are the reasons the pair are in court in the first place. Heard, who also appeared on the big screen as Mara in Aquaman, was accused of faking symptoms related to PTSD by a psychologist hired by Depp's legal team, and was also alleged to suffer from borderline personality disorder. But Hughes, who of course was hired by Heard's defense, has disputed those claims on Tuesday, as she became the first witness of Heard's to take the stand. And Hughes even went on to pin the blame on Depp, even though they were in court to address Heard's defamation suit, claiming that the apologies and admissions he made prove he was abusive. Apparently, the abuse stems from when Depp drinks, which, if true, kind of mirrors his character Mort Rainey from Secret Window. However, Depp has refuted all claims of abuse and has even turned the tables on Heard, claiming that she was the one who would regularly attack him. So, what else was said? Well, as we know, the Blow star has always maintained his innocence, as well as claiming that she would often hit him. He is also told of how she would verbally abuse him, throw things at him, and even insult his parents, which Heard acknowledged according to Hughes. But Hughes, in a bizarre attempt to justify Heard's behavior, claimed that there's a difference when someone of a smaller stature strikes a bigger person, and that she was simply responding to Depp's intimidation. She also claimed that Heard's violence did not have the same effect on Depp, which was also quite a strange claim, seeing as Depp isn't her client and she would have no way of knowing what had or hadn't affected him. She claimed that much of Heard's behavior stemmed from Depp's obsessive nature. She claimed that he would often accuse her of cheating with fellow actors such as James Franco and Billy Bob Thornton, and if she did go to set at all, he would phone the director claiming to have eyes on her. And apparently nude scenes were completely out of the question for Heard, thanks to Depp's controlling behavior. Depp was also accused of penetrating Heard in anger after her interactions with a woman. Heard claims to identify as bisexual, but of course this would still constitute cheating, just as Depp's behavior would constitute rape if true. But of course, all these claims and counterclaims make it very difficult to know who's telling the truth and who isn't. And what else was Depp accused of? As we know, there are some pretty dark accusations coming out of the woodwork, and Heard's psychologists even claim that she has shown symptoms which are consistent with interpersonal violence. Although stopping short of using the term Stockholm Syndrome, Hughes said she learned from an early age how to caretake, how to live in a situation mired in chaos, to take care of a parent who is nodded off from heroin. She learned from a very early age how to figure that out. She also claimed that the environment Heard grew up in taught her to love someone who hurts her, and even believed she could fix Mr. Depp and rid him of his substance abuse problems. However, from afar, it seems as though both Heard and Depp are both as messed up as each other, and maybe she needs to acknowledge her own problems and fix herself before worrying about Depp. Hughes went on to claim that written messages could also be constituted as emotional abuse. This was in reference to an incident in 2015 when Depp cut his finger during one of the couple's many fights. He went on to scrawl messages on the walls of their Australia home in blood. Pretty grim. Who do you guys think is telling the truth here? Next up, Heard's lawyers have moved to dismiss the case. Following Depp and his lawyers resting their case earlier this week, Heard's lawyers suggested the case be thrown out. Ben Rottenborn, acting on behalf of Heard, urged Judge Penny Ascarte to strike the plaintiff's evidence and award summary judgment in whole or in part to Ms. Heard. Heard's lawyer suggested that Depp had emotionally abused his client, but it's thought that the petition to throw out the case was seen as just procedural. And Ascarte, who has so far had to sit through 13 days of Depp's lawyer's evidence, immediately dismissed suggestions that the case should be thrown out and confirmed that it will continue. What's this about Depp's lost earnings then? Immediately after Heard's piece in the Washington Post, in which she wrote, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath, that has to change," Depp was dropped from the Fantastic Beasts franchise, where he had played Grindelwald. He was replaced by Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen. He was also dropped from his iconic role as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, which has resulted in some pretty significant lost earnings for the actor. In the December 2018 article, Heard had also said, "I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. Friends and advisors told me I would never again work as an actress, that I would be blacklisted. A movie I was attached to recast my role. I had just shot a 2-year campaign as the face of a global fashion brand, and the company dropped me. Questions arose as to whether I would be able to keep my role as Mira in the movies Justice League and Aquaman. But instead, it was Depp who would be impacted the most, and this week, his lawyer has claimed that his lost earnings amount to as much as $40 million, which is a significant chunk of change in anybody's book. Of course, after the Harvey Weinstein controversies, Hollywood wasn't willing to go through all that again and decided to assume Depp's guilt before he was proven guilty in a court of law, which led to him being dropped from his roles. What do you guys make of Depp being dropped? And finally, another claim of abuse, which has recently been revealed. Stay tuned. Again, more evidence has emerged which does not paint Depp in a good light whatsoever. Yesterday, May 3rd, Heard Psychologist delivered more damning testimony, which alleged Depp had physically assaulted Ms. Heard while on an airplane. The incident came following a bout of jealousy surrounding Heard's relationship with James Franco, whom she was filming with at the point the incident allegedly took place. Dr. Hughes referred to the incident as the Boston plane incident in May 2014 and explained that Depp and Heard were planning on spending some time together after filming in separate locations. She said, "Miss Heard is on the plane, waiting for Mr. Depp to come on. He's reportedly sitting in the SUV smoking weed and drinking. She's filming with James Franco at this point." She continued by explaining that when Depp got on the plane, he was in a mood which seems to have stemmed from her working with Franco. He apparently said that he hoped she had fun with her escapades. Then, when she got up to leave, he kicked her in the back. Of course, if this is true, he deserves everything he gets. But as has been proven throughout this case, we don't really have any idea of who's telling the truth and who isn't. Good luck, Judge. As always, thanks for dropping in today, and remember to join us next time for some more fun and games. Also, why not do us a favor and share today's video with any celebrity gossip fans you might know of, and remember to subscribe to our channel. Bye, guys.